I'm going to start by saying this. The purpose of living is not to be alive. Let me put it this way. The purpose of living is not to be alive. The purpose of living is to bet something or sustain something in the interplay of life. And because a lot of us don't understand this, and that's why I asked for a moment of prayer, so that you don't just come and go through this training and 20 years later, 25 years later, you will come across what I'm saying now and you'll be asking, oh God, why was this not told me 20 years ago? Why didn't I discover this 30 years ago? And if God cared to answer, He will tell you, on the 22nd of September, this was the exact same thing that was being communicated to you. But because you are distracted, some people, as this meeting is going on, they're logged in the meeting, but they are distracted. What they are distracted doing has no relevance. And because they are distracted, they are not about to learn what will change, not just their business, but their lives. Some people are supposed to be here, but they are not here. There are some people that they're not doing anything, they are kingsmen, but they're not in this meeting. While some people are engaged in something, but once in a while, certain realities dawn on you that change the trajectory of your life forever. For most of us, those realities are going to be done on us today. For some of us, it might be in the next 5 years. For some of us, it might be in the next 10 years. For some of us, it might be in the next 20 years. For some of us, we might leave this earth and the reality never dawned. I'm going to say this. I started in the episode 1, I said, the purpose of life is to birth and or sustain a tribe. The purpose of life is not living. Some people, they are alive just to be alive. I'm alive just so I can survive and be alive. That is not the reason why you are alive. I told you in episode 1, I said, when God created man, He didn't tell him to tend the garden so that he can survive. No. Everything that man needed to survive was already given to him. He was not meant to go and work and toil so as to survive, because the purpose of creation of man was not to live. It was to birth or sustain the tribe. That was why every food was there. Even though he was put in the garden to tend the garden, the purpose of being put in the garden is not to plant and reap, sow and reap. No. The purpose of him was to make sure the garden is run in a particular way. It was after man fell that the earth was cursed for the sake of man. Otherwise, you don't need to plant mango. Mango should just know that it will just grow. Things should just happen naturally. But because of that fall, man now lives to survive rather than living to tend the garden. Man is now living because they want to survive. And that is why I said that at the end of the day, when people come to the end of the and they've attained everything, when they come close to most of these people, they are not happy. And you are asking, one day I was asking, that was several years ago, when they said Britney Spears was suicidal. I'm like, why are you suicidal? Michael Jackson was suicidal. Michael Jackson, why are you suicidal? Recently, one of boxing elite Hall of Famer Ricky Hatton, at the age of 47, committed suicide. Was a champion, one of the few champions that the British has produced. Why are you suicidal? Why are you suicidal? You have everything. So why are you not happy? The reason is because they've gotten everything. It was Ivar Kruger that said, I did everything to get to the top of the mountain. And when I got to the top of the mountain, I discovered that there was nothing there after all. Why? Because man was not originally created to survive. So you wake up and all you're thinking is go to work, get a job, pay your fees, pay your rent. That is not the original plan. The original plan of a man or a woman that was created was to birth a tribe, and explain to you what it means to birth a tribe or to sustain a tribe. And that is why my surname, I'm alive biologically to propagate my lineage. My surname is Okoli. And that's why I'm bearing Okoli. They didn't give me any name. It may sound superficial, but I'm the reason that name is not wiped off the face of the earth. So what is it about the name that I must procreate to extend the lifespan of that name? What is it about the name? It's because, like I told you guys, where life is an interplay, everybody plays their role and exists the same. You hand over the baton. It's like a relay race. You hand over the baton to the other person. And that's why I said that, you see, let me bring it down so you understand. I am eating food. The reason I'm eating food is not because I want the nutrients to nourish my intestines. Will the nutrients nourish my body? Yes, it will nourish my body. But that's not the purpose why food was created. The purpose food was created is so that I can have the energy to live out life. Why was water created? Water was not. If I drink this water, I'm going to hydrate my system, which is very necessary. Because the moment I take this water, it hydrates my system. But I'll be in error if I think that the purpose this water was created is to hydrate my system. If there was no system in the first place, there would be no water. So the purpose this water is created is, even though it's going to hydrate me, the reason is so that I can become healthy and I can talk to you. I can become healthy so I can achieve the purpose why I was created. That is why water is created. So I can take my bath. Not that I can become clean. Even though when I take my bath, I become clean. But the ultimate purpose of water is not for me to bathe with it and become clean. It's so that I can come out and go to work. Because if I did not take my bath, I will not be, if I didn't freshen up and take my bath, I will not be comfortable to even have this meeting. And if I've not taken my bath for 3, 4, if I didn't take my bath for the past 1 week, I won't even come here. So the purpose of water, amongst other things, not just for me to freshen up, is for me to be able to achieve my life assignments. So the purpose of life is not to live and to survive. It's for you to be, it's for you to be able to achieve a purpose. Let me break it down further. This is a phone. And through the instrumentality of this phone or a laptop, I am communicating to you. Now the question is this. Imagine a life without internet. Imagine a life without a phone. Imagine a life without a laptop. Imagine a life without Zoom. Pause for a second. What kind of life would we be living if there was no technology? I want you to understand something. Life is a relay race. I'm talking to you comfortably from my office, and we're reaching over thousands of people. Why? Because somebody along the line played their part effectively. Somebody before me took time to invent a phone, took time to invent a computer. Somebody before me, no matter what intelligence I have, if there is no Zoom, I won't be communicating with you. If there is no internet, if there is no data, I'm probably using Airtel data or MTN data. If Obasanjo did not bring telecommunication to Nigeria, when he brought telecommunication to Nigeria, I will not be talking to you. I need us to understand the various architects that brought us to where we are today. That is what life is all about. So everybody comes to play their part. And once you play your part, you leave the scene. When another person comes, play their part, they leave the scene. Imagine I want to go to Lagos, I want to go to Benin. I'll have to ride on a camel. Somebody will say, but in the olden days, they don't ride on camels. Yes, they rode on camels. But they rode on camels so that they should be able to play their part to bring us in a civilization where I can board a flight and in 1 hour I am where I am. It makes the quality of life better for everybody. You're on earth to improve the quality of life, not just for your generation, but for the next generation. This you must understand. That is only when your life has meaning. If you are not doing this in your own shape or form, your life, you may be existing, but you're not really living. You may be breathing oxygen, but at the end of your life, did you really live? Not really, because the part you are supposed to play on earth, you didn't play it. You know, the world is the way it is today because of the last generation. Imagine if every parent understood this, as I'm telling you, and they said, part of my existence is to make sure that every child I bring into the world, I will train them in the fear of God. The Holy Book says, the book of Proverbs says, train a child in the way that he should grow, so that when he grows up, he will not depart from it. If every parent understood what I am saying now, and in the past generation, you gave birth to a child, your goal on this earth is to make sure you nurture the child and you give this child values that will make this world a better place. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be no kidnappings today. Because that person that is kidnapping somebody, how did he come to a point where instead of working hard, did he not grow from a house? Was he not born? Was that not a time when he was 3 months old? Was that not a time when he was 6 months old? Was he not under the tutelage? Did somebody not teach him language? Did somebody not nurture him? Where did he grow? What was inculcated in his mind? How did he grow to a point where he believes he can take somebody's life and demand for money? That's the question we should be asking. How did that boy grow to the extent? Were there no parents? Were there no guidance? Were there no systems? I'm not saying that there will be people that despite everything they will not look off. But the percentage will be so minimal that they cannot form a quorum to affect anything significant on this planet. Are there ants in this my office? Yes, there are ants here, I'm sure. But their numbers are so insignificant to cause any disarm. So they may still be there, but their numbers will be so minimal to cause any harm. How did corruption come? How are we talking about corruption? If every father and mother understood that the reason they are alive, part of the reason they are alive, is to birth a tribe or to sustain a tribe, and means that these children that God has given to me, they will not know corruption. They will not be corrupt. They will not steal. I told you some of the values that my dad communicated to me. One of those values is don't steal. And anything that is not your own, don't take it. So I don't understand. And it was so ingrained that I don't know. When I see people eat people's codes, I just don't. I fly off the handle. I just don't get it. But listen to what Ambassador Nefo said earlier. He said if he was born in a Muslim family, he'll probably be reading the Quran. Most likely. Maybe not 100%, but maybe 97% of the chance is that he'll be reading the Quran. 98% of the chances are. Because some people that were born in... So, if I grew up in a place where the environment was portraying certain values of integrity, honesty, the first day you go and you steal somebody's pencil, they will flog you so well. As if they say, what is it you stole? Stealing is wrong. Oh, stealing is wrong. Oh, stealing is wrong. There are 97% chances that the bandits on our streets will not be bandits. That is why it's important to understand your assignment as betting a tribe or sustaining a tribe. And that is why powers of this world, they are pushing ideologies at all costs. They are pushing all forms of ideologies at all costs. Time will fail me to tell you the extent to which people are pushing ideologies. I'm going to say this. There are different kinds of tribes in the world. There are different kinds of... If we use the ethnic tribe, it's just a similitude of what I'm talking about. We are not an ethnic tribe. That's why we have Muslims here. We have Christians here. I'm not sure we have people that don't believe in God here. I doubt. But we have all kinds of religion here. We have white garment churches here. We have all kinds of religion here. But we still form a tribe. Because a tribe is defined by their language, their character, and their identity. So the first thing I'm going to tell you today is that there are different kinds of tribes that are existing. Because this training is how do I find my tribe? There are different kinds of tribes that are existing. So, your goal is not, your goal is to play your part. My assignment is not to stop kidnappings and killings. My assignment is not to stop corruption. No, that's not my assignment. My assignment is to raise my tribe. And I cannot stop the emergence of other tribes. I cannot stop the emergence of other tribes. So, my assignment is, what is my tribe? And how do I find my tribe? And how do I raise my tribe? In the midst of other tribes. We are about 230 million Nigerians. I'm not looking for 230 million Nigerians. I'm not looking for 200 million Nigerians. No. I'm looking for my tribe in the 230. Maybe my tribe is 500,000. 500,000 may not even be in Nigeria because our vision is global. It cuts across African continents. The mission is to raise 500,000 diamonds. Maybe out of that 500,000, maybe it's 100,000 or 200,000 that might be in Nigeria. Because what we're doing is beyond Nigeria. It's a global mission. The tribe is not just Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. The tribe is Swahili. It is a vision beyond the shores of this country. And modalities are underway for us to take over the nations. We're about to take over the nations. You know, sometimes when persecution comes, it shows that it's time for you to take over. I'm also going to say this thing very quickly. Before every major breakthrough, just like what is about to happen, a tribe is about to be birthed that will overtake not just Nigeria but the nations. Before every major breakthrough, that's what is called the falling away of people. So don't be surprised if some people are leaving your business. No, don't be surprised. You see, before a branch grows, it is pruned. Prune means there's some part of it that is cut. You can ask the gardeners, why are you cutting this flower? Why are you pruning it? Why are you cutting? It's because I want it to grow. Before every major breakthrough, there are seasons of some people are leaving, some people are being pruned. The pruning is to enable the tree to blossom. So don't be surprised. Recently or shortly after this, some people might be leaving your business. Some people might be leaving your business. It's because you're being pruned. Because a breakthrough is about to emerge. We're about to rock the nations of the earth. And that is why our business is not all about, we don't need even in the business that we do, they didn't say connect 20,000 people. Check it. No matter how many accounts you have in a business, how many leaders do you not actually need? You don't need the whole world. So you're not looking for the whole world. You're looking for the few people that are your tribe. I told you people how every civilization started with a few people. So you're not looking for the world. You're not looking for the millions of Nigeria. You're not looking for Don Jazzy. You're looking for the people that are your tribe. Those few people that are your tribe are the people you need to prosper in this vision. So don't be surprised if some people are going away. If they left you, they left because they were originally not part of our tribe. I told you guys in the previous episode, there's a difference between spectators and players. The most important people are the players, not really the spectators. The spectators come and go. A spectator can come in, chew popcorn in the middle of the game. He can decide to go. Another person will come in. If you watch stadium, you see people coming and going. It doesn't affect the outcome of the game. What affects the outcome of the game are the players. And that is why right now we are looking to find our tribe. In getting our tribe, we will drag a lot of spectators in. It does not mean that if you're not my tribe, we cannot deal with you. No, you drive a lot of spectators in, you're going to bring a lot of people in. All comers will come because they too, they join in the whole, they are paraphernalias of success. So they are part of it. Without the spectators, the players won't enjoy the game. But the spectators have no bearing when the real trophy is decided. The players have no hand in it. Sorry, the spectators have no hand in it. But the spectators are needed to ginger the players. When the goal is scored, the crowd, the cheers and everything, they are all paraphernalias of the success. But when Premier League table is counted, the spectators have no hand there. It is the players that decide what happens or what does not happen. So in as much as we welcome spectators, but in your mind, you need to begin to look for your tribe. I need to find my tribe. I need to find my tribe. I can have 1,000 people, but I have just 35 people in my tribe. It's okay. Those people are coming to oil and also, but I need to identify my tribe so that I can raise my tribe. So there might be 1,000 people here. Maybe those that belong to the tribe are 300, 200. It's okay. We are not going to chase other people away because we still need their codes. We still need everything. We still need even the serpents. Now we still need it. Even the people that will tell you no. All of these things we need it. But more especially, what you need to look for is your tribe. If I have 100 people in my team, how many people here are my tribe? If it is only 3, then you need to start increasing your tribe. Don't chase everybody away, but increase the quality of the people that are your tribe. So the purpose of our business, amongst other things, is to build a tribe. So I can have a team that is 1,000, 5,000, 20,000. While I have them, and I'm rejoicing and I'm following with them, my intelligence is, how many of these people, if the shit hits the pan, they will be here. Oh, I posted something on my status that defined commitment. I posted it on the Emerging Cell Leaders group. Please post that video. Because like I told you in the last episode, your tribe are people that stay. Hirelings come and go, but children stay in the house. I told you growing up, sometimes our parents did some things to us that will cry. But after crying, you will still stay in the house. You will not go because you belong to the house. Our parents flogged us. Our parents must have taken wrong decisions that made us cry. Our parents may have maltreated us in one way or the other. It's Junior, it's my younger brother, this is why you beating me. It's that. But no matter what, we did not leave the house because this is my house. But the house helps that they come. Any latest thing, they don't jackpot. Any latest thing, they don't come out. That's why we need people that are born. My leader talk to me anyhow. Yeah. I'm leaving. You are not part of the tribe. You are not part of the tribe. I remember those days growing up, house girl will come. They will say, I want to go and see that. During Christmas, just be praying, they will go. Why? They beat me. There is no way they're treating me. If you're a son in the house, if you're a daughter in the house, no matter what happens, you don't go anywhere. If they leave, it was because they were not originally part of the tribe. So the purpose of our business is not just primarily to make money. Are we going to make money in our business? Yes. It's not even primarily to grow a team. Are we going to grow a team in our business? Yes. It's not primarily to have offices. Are we going to have offices? Yes. All those things are the processes. The purpose of our business is to raise a tribe. When all is said and done, I have raised a tribe. We have 8 nations. When all is said and done, these are the unstoppable tribe. And every tribe has, this is the world creation tribe. The whole goal is to raise a tribe that are committed to the vision. Committed to the vision. If you have not watched that division of commitment, go and watch it. I posted it on my status. Go and check it there. I'm not sure. I don't know whether it's still there because it's 24 hours. That is the definition of a tribe. So, in as much as I want to make money, yes. I want to build a team, yes. If I'm not raising a tribe, it's like the food I ate 7 years ago has no purpose there. So we must be careful to be intentionally building. You've been in the business for 3 years. How many tribes have you with? How many people that you know that if push comes to shove, they stick to this business, they stick to you? If you check and there's no, and all you have are hirelings, you may have been wasting your time. You need to build a tribe. You need to build a, oh God. You see, don't waste your time running this business for money. If money is part of the paraphernalia, you're going to make money. You know the business, you can make money, you're going to make money, you're going to earn a living. But you're not living to earn a living. You are not alive to earn a living. You are not alive to earn a living. Even the birds of the air, the fowls of the field. Have you ever seen a cockroach that died and they say it's hunger that killed this cockroach? Cockroach. The cockroach does not have bank accounts. Have you seen a rat that died? They say it's hunger that killed that rat. Rat that does not have investment. Rat that does not have DTC. Yet your heavenly God keeps them alive. They said, are 2 sparrows, 2 birds not sold for a penny, yet not one of them falls to the ground. He said, don't be seeking to survive. Your life is more than survival. Don't come to this world and all you're doing is to earn a living. No lizard has died of hunger. I told you when man was created, man was not created to plant to eat. No. No lizard has died of hunger. Nobody. This is a lizard. How much more you? You didn't come here so you can survive to eat. Your life has deeper meaning than that. So you're running this business. You're not just running it because you want to make money. Money you're going to make. Food you're going to eat. Water you're going to drink. I'm going to drink water soon. It's not a problem. You're going to drink water, you're going to eat food. But that's not the essence of your life. Because if you leave this as the essence of your life, you will come to the end of your life and you discover your life was wasted. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So you're building this business not primarily to make money. That's why most of us that are building this business, go and check your DTC and check the money you're spending. Discover that God supplies your needs, not according to your digital tracking center, according to his riches and glory. If you've done business for 7 years, and you cannot say, look at the people. That's why the vision is to raise. Look at the people I've raised. I've raised these people. I've raised this person. I've raised this person. I've raised this person. If that is not the cohort of your thinking, if that is not the mindset to which you're running this business, Oga, you're a spectator. You're not a player. I want a holy anger to spark in the heart of every kingsman and imagine cell leader listening to me. I've made money, but who have I raised? Who can I say I've raised that is financially free? Who have I raised? Who have I built? At which tribe? Who is like me here? If tomorrow they look for me and they don't see me, who will carry on my business? Who will carry on my genealogy? Who will carry on my business? Who will carry on my team? If I'm indisposed for 2 weeks, who will stand in the gap? Some of us here, if you don't start some meeting, if mistakenly something happens to you, don't start some meeting, nobody can. How many people can take up this civilization? How many people can stand in the gap? How many people can I assign an assignment and say, let me go and sleep? I have raised the tribe. If you're not raising tribe, you're wasting your time. That's why we have raised people that quit at every slightest thing. They quit, they chicken out because they are not committed. All you're doing, you're raising people that are chickens, not eagles. This is the day you need to go back and ask yourself, I have 50 people in my cell meeting. How many of them are committed to the vision? Please, if you want to know the definition of commitment, go and watch that video, definition of commitment. Please, all J leaders, post it across board. That is the definition of commitment. How many people in my team have I built that are committed? If you're not doing that, just go and start your business afresh. Because when push comes to shove, your lead. That's why when some people, when they quit the business, everybody in their lineage quits. All of a sudden you're making 3 million naira, now you're making 1 million naira. You don't know that what happened was that you thought. You see, when people are generating codes, it doesn't matter. If you're not raising a tribe, forget it. If you're not raising a tribe, Oga, forget it. I'm going to say something as I journey in this training. In the course of raising a tribe, there are certain decisions you might take. Listen to me. In the course of raising a tribe, there are certain decisions that you might take that may not be financially wise decisions, but they preserve the integrity of the tribe that you're taking. I'm talking to leaders today. There are certain decisions you might take that might cost you some money, but in as much as it costs you some money, it preserves the integrity of the tribe that you're raising. Let me put it this way. The integrity of your tribe is more important than the financial gain of your tribe. And I'm going to say this, and I'm talking to all the G leaders. We are the precipice of a revolution. Listen to me very carefully. I'm talking to all the J leaders and all the cell leaders. We are the precipice of a revolution. As I'm talking to you, we are the precipice at the threshold of a revolution. We need to go back and intentionally begin to raise people. Let it not be that the last people you raised are the people you raised 3 years ago. In the next 6 months, who are the new people that have raised? I'm talking to the cell leaders. Let the trophies not be, these are the people I raised 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Who are the new people that you are constantly raising? Who are the new people that you're constantly raising in our business? That's the mark on the scorecard. In the next 1 year, let me see you. 1 year ago, they were not hearing of you. But 1 year later, you see this person, you see this person, you see this person. They are new people that have raised. Because a generation will die, a tribe will die if there is no procreation. Erica has told us that the secret of this business, the lifeblood of this business, are new recruits. They are new people that not just new people that you're training and that you're raising. Now, I also said, when you're raising a tribe, the language, the identity, and the culture that's preserving the integrity of the tribe is more important than the financial gains of that tribe. There are several decisions leaders may have made, I may have made, and when I made that decision, at the end of the day, it may have caused some financial loss. It might have caused some attrition. But I've discovered that if I was put in that position, I'll make the same decision because they preserving the tribe. Listen to me very carefully. Preserving the integrity of the tribe is more important than the financial gains. There are several people that you've seen a rot happening somewhere. You've seen something that is not supposed to be. But I don't know, if I call out this thing now, if I do this thing now, this person will now quit. And this person is matching me 3 times. Oh, this is matching me 2 times. This person is leading a team. This person is in charge of a whole team. If I correct the person or if I discipline the person now, the person might not do the business again. His team might quit. He's paying me 3. If you take that decision, you may make money temporarily, but you've compromised the integrity of your business and your tribe. Let me say it again. Preserving the integrity and the culture of your tribe is more important in the long run than the financial gain, the momentary, temporal financial gain you think you may be gaining. Have you not seen leaders that saw somebody stealing the car, somebody doing something, they're trying to cover the person up? You see a leader outrightly going out of the way. Instead of bringing that person to book, if I caution this leader now, this leader is paying me 3 times. This leader is the one running my presentation. This leader is the one and instead of you to preserve the integrity of the tribe, you allow it. Watch how people that have done it, ask yourself, how did it go at the end of the day? Ask yourself, how did it go? No, ask yourself, how did it finally go? They will rise up and they will soil and stain and destroy the fabric of your tribe. Most of the greatest injuries in this business are not from outsiders. They are from people that have lost their way. But because they are still producing codes, we can't discipline them. We allow them to be in the tribe. They are the greatest injury to our tribe. Because they are sheep. They are wolves in sheep clothing. A sheep hides from a lion outside, but from a wolf in sheep clothing, then they kill the sheep because they are so close. So they inject poisons, serpentine poisons into the sheep, and all of a sudden they're in your team. You've made them untouchable demigods. They are going inside your team. They are wrecking your team. But you woke up one day, you don't have a team. And when you trace it, it's to that wolf that because you were generating 20 codes in a day, 100 codes in a day, you did not discipline the person because you don't want him to leave. You don't want him to leave. At the end of the day, he will grow a civilization that is alien to your own civilization, and will soil and will stain the tribe, and will corrupt the tribe. So you woke up one morning, team of 100 slash to 20, because corruption. When you now realize you're battling it, it's like a virus that has eaten into the body. So when you now want to cut it off, you might have to cut off the whole leg. That is gangrenous. When you now want to now deal with it, you see that the whole leg is gone. Because if you don't preserve the integrity of your tribe, the business you're doing is rubbish. Let me shock you. If you don't preserve the integrity of your tribe, your business may seem to be doing well. It may seem to be going well. But when the rain comes, when the storm comes, that's when you know you don't have a business. When the storm, I didn't say if the storm comes, the storm will definitely come. He did not say if the storm comes. He said those that build their house on the rock. He didn't say if the storm comes. He said when. If means it might come. When means it will surely come. He said because they built their house on the rock. When the storm came and the wind blew, they did everything. Chaff. Spectators left, but the house was still standing because it was built on a rock. The tribe they were building was still standing. But if you're building on sand, you might spend years building monuments. Hey, you see somebody doing something wrong. you turn the other way because he's a leader. You don't want his generating code. You see somebody maltreating somebody, bullying somebody, eating somebody's codes, doing the right, collecting part payments that we don't collect in City Energy, doing certain things that we don't do. You say because no, the money you're making, you're more interested in the money that you're making, you're more interested in the codes that you're generating. Continue. When the storm comes, you will discover that you did not build anything, because every man's work will be tried by fire. And when the fire comes, you'll find out whether it is chaff that you're building. It will shock you that all you're building for the past years is chaff, because nothing can stand. The integrity of your tribe is more important than the financial benefit. Leave that money. Yes, it's producing. If you can't align yourself with the vision, come and be going. I know you're producing codes. I know it will make me more money. I need that money. I know. But I want to preserve the integrity of this tribe. So if you don't bring yourself to order, you will be disciplined. If you want to quit, quit. If it's only 10 people that I hold, and the 10 of them are part of the tribe, are committed, we will rise again than having 1,000 people, mixed multitudes. By January, we'll be 10 years in this thing. We're not here by happenstance. People will come, people will go. Build your tribe. Maintain the integrity. I'm going to talk about the culture of the tribe. The culture of the tribe. The culture of the tribe. I said every tribe has a language. Every tribe has an identity. And every tribe has a culture. I said the language of your tribe is entrepreneurship. People talking about entrepreneurship. People talking about passive income. I talked about it in the previous episode. People talk about leverage income. If you're talking about leverage income, passive income, that's the language that I speak. Talking about entrepreneurship, even though I may be working in a job, but I want to start my own something by the side. I want to have other sources of income. That's our tribe. You may for now be working in a bank, but you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start something, you want to have other sources of income. That's our tribe. You're talking about leverage income. How can I leverage? How can I have passive income? That's our tribe. How can I become financially free? Those are the language that people of our tribe speak. So if you see somebody talking, I can't get the job, all these ones, I can't get the job, they wonder, that person is not speaking the language of your tribe. This thing you're doing, is this thing, what can't get the real job, there are people in our midst. That are speaking a foreign language. So you're not gonna do this, so you're not gonna do this, can't get a job, this thing you're doing, you think this thing can't get a job, but can't look for a job, get your CV, let me help you get a job. And yet they're in our midst. They're speaking a foreign language. I'm not against you having a job. We have a lot of part-timers that are having a job and still doing this business. You mustn't do this business full-time. We have the spare timers. We have the part-timers. We have the full-timers. Only a percentage are doing it full-time. If you have a job, please continue your job and be doing this business as a side income. That's not a problem. But the language has to be clear. Yes, I'm doing this thing part-time. I still have a job. I pray to God, but one day I might raise money from this business, start my own business. You must be entrepreneurship. If somebody is speaking the foreign language in your business, you need to spot that person and correct the person with love. No, sorry, this is not what we're doing here. I'm not saying you cannot do another job. I'm not saying you cannot work in a bank, but we're speaking of entrepreneurship. We're speaking of passive income. Your job cannot give you passive income. This business can give you passive income. We're talking about leverage income. Your job cannot give you leverage income. You might do, okay, I worked in the bank. I didn't get any leverage income. The day I stopped working, the day I resigned, that's the last day they paid me money. That's the last day they paid me money. But I started working this business in 2-3 years. I don't actively prospect as it stands now. I'm not actively in the business, but I've been making leverage income. I'll make leverage income to Jesus. Why? Because it's leverage income, it's passive income. That is our language. We'll talk about financial freedom. Coming to a point where your passive income meets your financial obligations as they fall due. That's financial freedom. Financial freedom doesn't mean that you own the private jet. No, it means if your monthly expenses is 500,000, you have something that you're not actively involved in, but it's giving you 600,000, 700,000. What it means that you can wake up in the morning and do what you really want to do without the basic necessities of life being a burden to you, because you have something that generates passively the income that you need to meet your financial obligations as they fall due. That is financial freedom. These are our language. That's it. And our business is one of the few businesses that can propagate such dimensions of finances. Our network marketing is the only business, one of the few businesses, if not the only business, one of the few, if not the only business, that if you don't have plenty money in the bank account, you don't have plenty connections. Most Nigerians don't have Dangote as their father. They don't have Adeleke as their brother. They don't have Otedola as their uncle. They don't have any millions anywhere kept. This is what I'm talking about. If you have Otedola as your uncle, you may not necessarily do our business. Your Otedola can set up. You can be running one of his oil companies. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that want passive income. If you have Dangote if you have Adeleke, they can give you 30 billion naira. You go and build real estate, and you begin to earn with it. I'm talking about the majority of people, like I was before. When I looked at my dad was a retired civil servant, was a forcefully retired civil servant. My mom was a school teacher, my uncles, nobody came, everybody was on their own, and I'm like, I want to earn residual income, I want to earn passive income, I want to earn leverage income. I was working in a bank. Yes, I was making income, but the day I stopped working, money stops coming. I'm working hard, but working hard is still active income. I don't want to be lazy, but I don't want to work the rest of my life, and the day I stop working, I will stop earning. I don't want that. I want to be ready to put my life into something. So years after I stop, even if I put it for 10 years, after 10 years, I can relax and I have passive income. But I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of connections. And I'm just an average Nigerian guy trying to survive. Network marketing came to my rescue. Network marketing is that business that can come to anybody's rescue if they are willing and they are ready to do it. That is our language. Forget what you see on the internet. Young people are built. Forget all. Listen to me. Forget all. Everybody on the internet is trying to sell you something. At the end of the day, they say, put your credit card there. At the end of the day, they say, put your credit card there. 7 ways to become a multi-millionaire. 10 days. Use AI and build a multi-million-dollar business. At the end of the day, at the end of all those things, oh yeah, put your credit card there. Let us give you. Everybody is selling something, okay? Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. There are several things you can do. Don't be deceived. Go and find out what people are doing. Network marketing remains one of the few businesses, and I stand to be corrected. I stand to be debated on this. I can debate this on BBC, CNN. One of the few businesses that if you don't have plenty money, you can start with 50,000. You can start with 70,000 naira. Once you're ready to work hard, you can build passive income. You don't need to know Otedola. You don't need to know Adeleke. You don't need to know anybody. Even if your friends reject you, you can go to cold market. All you need to do is to develop the skill set, the skills you need. Have tenacity, have determination. Network marketing can take it to a point where you can begin to make passive income if you're properly mentored and guided and so on how to do it. That is our language. Take it anywhere. I stand by it. I remember when they, crypto this, crypto this. Go and check. Oh, this. Let's go and check all this. Go and check. Don't be deceived what's going on Instagram. They are making money. At the end of the day, you're using your data to watch it. At the end of the day, all of them will not tell you, oh yeah, they will still make a sale. If they knew how to do it, if they could make that thing with money, why are they looking for you? Why are they trying to teach you? If you find something good, you can't do it yourself. They're trying to refer you. They're trying to bring you. They're trying to sell you. Network marketing is one of the few businesses, if not the only business. If you don't have connection, you don't have money, You can start with as little as 50,000, 70,000. If you're ready to work hard, if you're ready to be tenacious and determined, if you're ready not to give up and you're ready to be trained and learn the skills, over time you can grow a team of salespeople that can give you passive and residual income. That is our language. The second thing about a tribe, the first about a tribe is the language. This is the language you speak. And you can ultimately become financially free. That is the language you speak. The second identity is we are people that want to. We don't want free for nothing. Our identity is that if you come and dash me money, I'm like, no. We are people that want to work for our money. We are people that are ready to work hard. We are people that are willing to be trained, personally developed. We don't want money misroad. We are ready to go to the trenches. We're ready to dig deep. We're ready to roll up our sleeves and get to work. That is our identity. We're not waiting for one Odogo Parana to come and give us money. That is not our identity. We want to be fulfilled by the work of our hands. That is our identity. As a lady, you're not waiting and praying for one Ned Nwoko to come and marry you and all your problems are over. That is not our identity. A Ned Nwoko can come and marry you. I don't have a problem with that. But inside your heart, you want to be able to say, I did this thing. I achieved this thing. There is this fulfillment that comes. I built my team. That is why you can't succeed in this business and they will say as a lady, you slept your way to the top. In our business, you can't sleep your way to the top here. Nobody can gift you anything. They gave him downlines. No. They don't do it. You can't. The business format doesn't support it. Anybody that rises to the top worked his or her butt off to get to where it is. Ask everybody, even you that is here. You know that this is not a place. Even if your leader supports you, that must be your role. Because you can't build two legs. Even if they build one leg for you, you must build the other leg. You must come. Anybody that is making money and succeeding knows that I played a role in this. And that's where you get your self-esteem from. That's where you get your self-respect from. That's where you get your dignity. That is why our second cardinal culture, you must be willing to be trained. These are people that are willing to be trained. They are willing to learn the skills. They are willing to give it what it takes. They are willing to go to the trenches. They are willing to work hard. They are willing to pay the price for success. This is our identity. There are some people that are not like that. If I sit down and you tell me, choose one, don't do anything, stay in your house, and you win the lottery of $10 billion, or go and build something of $10 billion, I'd rather go and build something. That is our tribe. That's our identity. The third identity are people that want to impact in other people's lives. They don't just want to make money. They want to be a part and parcel of other people's life. They want to make impact. Some people are comfortable with making money, but they're not interested in making impact. Some people, they can't live this life without making impact. I met a young man some time ago that I sat down. He told me all he wants to do is to make impact. I said, our business is what you want to do. If you want to make impact in life, this is the business. So the identity of people that don't just want to make money. You can make money. There are several people that have made money, but they've made no impact. I want to make impact. The assassination that happened in America of a conservative activist. The guy dropped out of school and started a tribe making impact. Some people he's making impact. We want to make impact. And if you want to make impact, you cannot avoid criticism. No. If it's impact you want to make in this world, you must be willing to embrace criticism. They follow body. They are mutually inexclusive, as they put it. One cannot go without the other. Are mutually exclusive. One cannot go without the other. You must embrace criticism. If it's impact you want to make. If you don't want criticism Please go and sell ice cream, please. Everybody is selling shawarma and ice cream. Everybody will like you. Everybody loves the person that sells ice cream. But if you must make impact, you must be ready to be criticized. You must be ready to be attacked. You must be ready to be misunderstood. If your life must make impact, our third identity is impact. Now let me go into the culture. Then I talk about how to find our tribe, and we'll call it today. I'll talk about the language. I'll talk about the identity. Now let me talk about the culture. Are you ready for the culture? The culture of the Diamond Tribe. Of course, the name of our tribe is Diamond Tribe. I mean, we all know it's the Diamond Tribe. What is the culture of the tribe that we're trying to build? What is the culture? Every tribe has a language, has an identity, and has a culture. I'm going to tell you something. The language is easily learned. The identity now follow come. But the culture is cultivated over time. Let me say it again. The language comes naturally, easily. If you're an Igbo guy and grew up in Igbo land, you will speak Igbo naturally. You didn't go to learn Igbo. You can go and learn Hausa, but Igbo, it's as if your vocal cords came with it almost naturally. We didn't really learn our language. No. You didn't really learn it. The identity is your structure, your format. That's how you came. But the culture must be cultivated over time. The culture is not something that comes alongside of the child. The culture is something that must be cultivated. Let me give an example. They said Yoruba people, they are respectful people. If you see a Yoruba person, if he sees an elder, he genuflects. That Yoruba child was taught, and he cultivated that culture over time. When they say Igbo people like business, they were taught business. So cultures are things that are taught. So the cultures of our tribe, as I'm going to list them, I hope I have the time to do all of that because I want to finish this training today, are not things that you say because you are part of the tribe. You have it. No. You must intentionally cultivate it. And why I'm saying this is because I'm going to show us how to find our tribe. So that you know when you find the tribe. You find the tribe. Listen to me. You don't find the tribe necessarily by the culture. Listen to me carefully. You find your tribe by the language and by the identity. Not necessarily by the culture. You teach the culture to the tribe. When you're raising a child, you raise the child in the culture that you want them to grow. So these cultures are not necessarily follow come. These cultures are something you must impute every day into your tribe so that they can grow up and become a semblance of the tribe. I told you in my first episode that every tribe is a representation of a spirit. Precise cut. A tribe is cut. So this is the culture I'm about to tell you is the culture of the spirit that we are resonating. So as you find the tribe, you must grow them in this culture, as I'm about to tell you. You must guide them along the lines of this culture. No. They say Igbo boys, they like money. Come and learn business. You must train the child. So it's an intentional act. So when you're building a tribe, you must make sure that you're training them the culture so that when they grow up, they can become the cut diamond. What are the cultures of our tribe? I'm not sure if I can take all of them today. I'll just take a few then show you how to find our tribe, and then we'll move. The first culture of our tribe is we are a tribe of people that are dependent on God. We're a tribe of people. Our number one cardinal culture, right from the inception of this business almost 10 years ago, When we wrote the constitution of this business, our number one cardinal culture, everybody here knows it, is commit your business to God. Our culture were people that are dependent on God. There's some people, that's why every of our meetings starts with prayer, because we are not a people that are dependent on our own intelligence. And the reason we are dependent on God is because we understand that this vision that we are running came from God. It did not come from the figment of somebody's imagination. It did not come from the smartness of some Igbo boys. No, if you think like that, you're mistaken. It came from a source. That is why before this civilization started, me and the masterminds, the GA leaders, we went on the 6 days fast. We fasted before we signed up to this thing we're doing. In 2016, we had was it 5 days? If you correct me, is it 5 or 6 days fast? Please correct me. How many days fast did we go on again? 6 days fast. We did not sign up into this civilization because we saw a business and wanted to do. We started on a 6 days fasting and prayer. We were gathered together. That was in January 2016. It's not something that started because some people wanted to make money. We prayed and we'll come together after the fasting. We'll come and we'll break our fast. And part of the prayers is, God, if this is not your will, scatter it. We don't want to engage in something that does not have your signature in it. After 6 days prayer and fasting, before I registered and all the J leader, before we started this civilization, that is the foundation of this thing that you're seeing. That's why it is unbreakable. That is why you can see it's not. So our culture is a culture of people that are dependent on God. We are not perfect. We don't know it all. We depend on God. That is why the first day of every month, we fast and we pray, because we believe that this is, if God, except the Lord builds the house, the laborers labor in vain. So part of our culture, most of the people, if you're a tribe, you see people normally people run their business, but I can guarantee you most of the presentations, the people that run big events, they take a fast, they take a prayer, they pray to God, they join the hands, because that's how we started. Before every event, I'll gather the J leaders, we'll go to the back of the hall. We must pray before any major event, and we bring God into the scene. That is our culture. That is our number one culture. That's our number one cardinal culture. It is not being religious. It is our culture. So once people come into the business, they need to go, this place, so we give God the glory, or we commit our business to God. Or no, this is not the place to do things anyhow. Or every first day of the month, we fast and we pray. Or if you want to run the business, you pray, or put it to God in prayers. Or our foundation is in God. Why? I'm going to give you 3 reasons why and I'm going to give, if I give you a culture, I'll give you the reason. There's something that those cultures are planted on. Why do we commit our business? Why do we trust in God? Why don't we trust in our own wisdom? Why don't you trust in the books? I've read 84 books in network marketing. I've done this. I'm mentored by the best. I paid thousands of dollars to be mentored. Why don't we trust in those things? Why do we still leave all those things aside and we trust in God? I've told you the reason is because this vision came from God. And that is why we'll rather sacrifice money and preserve the integrity of this vision. In December 2018, the G leader, there are some people that we sacrificed people. We sacrificed money. We let money go and keep the integrity of this vision, of this tribe. So if you wake up and you think you don't want to because you're making money, the integrity of the tribe, the success of this tribe does not depend on me. We are not smart. We are being guided. So why do we trust in God? Number one, because God is faithful. The faithfulness of God. You see, God is that person that will never leave you. Men can leave you, but God can never leave you. He's dependable. Another word for faithfulness is dependent. We can rely on God. You know why I know my life will never fail? It's because the person I'm relying on is dependable. You know why I know that even if the whole world comes against me, I can't fall? It's because the person I'm relying on is dependable. He is faithful. He does not change. Human beings can change. Have we not seen people betray us? Have you not seen somebody you've done everything for? The person goes to your back and stabs you at the back? God doesn't do like that. God is dependable. God is the. I've not seen people sing your praises one day. Yay! After singing your praises, the following day they curse you. Have you not seen human beings do that? Even the GA leaders know that as loyal as they are, my faith is in Oluwa. They know. My faith is in God, not in man. My trust and my dependency is in God. Because if people have not failed you, you're just learning. People will fail you because people change. So the first reason why we depend on God, why we trust in God, is that He can't fail. He has never failed. He will not start failing with me. He has never. The earth is where it is because God does not fail. He's not me. He will start failing with. So that's our culture. We depend on God. The second reason we depend on God is because God is merciful. Some human beings, you do the moment you do, they will not forgive you. They will do. If my daily bread depends on human being, the day I offend that human being, that's the day He will take out my daily bread. But God is merciful. He can forgive. As frail as we are, as imperfect as we are, He has not pushed us away because He's a merciful God. Human beings, when you do what they will throw you away. They will tell you, go. They will reject you. That's human beings for you. But God does not throw people. He's merciful. He will forgive you and He's merciful. So we know that we are weak. We know that we are perfect. We know that we are not doing things the way we know that sometimes the things you're supposed to do, you don't do. If you check the way you're running your business, if not for the mercy of God, your business will not stand today. If you tell yourself the truth, the way I've run this business, if not for the mercy of the Lord, this business will be nowhere to be found. I've committed that. I've done so many things, but this business is standing because there's someone that is merciful. He is merciful. He's full of mercy and kindness. That is why we log on to Him. That is why we depend on Him. Sometimes we've made grievous mistakes, but His mercy is still there. That is why we trust on God. So our culture is dependency on God. Then the third reason why we depend on God is because in this civilization, spirits are involved. It's not just your hard work. Spirits are involved in this civilization. Some of you, the person that would have come into your business, that would have become a diamond and become a leader, as they were going, is that same day that armed robber attacked them, collected their phone. How come they didn't collect their phone? It's only when they decided, I want to do this business. That's the day they will tell you, oh, my phone. Spirits are involved in this civilization. So the thing that will make you succeed, demons are involved. Demons are involved. Spirits are involved. So, and these are spirits you cannot battle with. You can't fight these spirits because these spirits are older than your great-grandfathers. They are more ancient than your lineage. Spirits don't die. Human beings die. In this civilization, it's not only human beings. We even know these things. We know it's not only human beings that are living here. Spirits are heavily invested here. The only thing that they don't have the permission to manifest physically, except they have a body. But they are operate, just like I can't see oxygen. I'll be foolish to think, well, show me oxygen. I beg, that's not like oxygen. Where is oxygen? Show me oxygen. I'll be foolish. By the time you block your nose for 2 minutes, you will know there's oxygen. There's no oxygen. Okay, you don't know that oxygen that you're breathing is keeping you alive. No problem. By the time they stuff your nose for 2 minutes, you will know that there is a reality of oxygen. Most of us have lived their lives as if spirits are not involved. But by the time things happen to us, you know that these things are not normal. That's when you know that spirits are heavily involved. And these spirits are not your mate. They were there before your great-great-grandfather even met your great-great-grandmother. So you can't fight them with your intelligence. You must fight them with the powers of a higher spirit, which is God. That is why we fast and we pray. That's why we commit our business to God. You can finish everything that you're doing. One spirit is somewhere diverting your prospects. Have you not seen in hall somebody, you do an event, people will come and sit in the hall and be telling people, don't mind them, oh, don't do this thing, oh. Okay, why are you sitting inside the hall? If you don't believe it, come and be going. They won't go. They are sitting down and they be telling the person that you that is trying to make up your mind, don't do this, these things are scam, oh, it will not work, oh. But yet you are inside there. Spirits are involved, guys. And they are looking for that. There's the event that somebody held. They said somebody went to the junction, and people that are going there, are you going to that place? Oh, don't go there, don't go there. What they're doing is scam, oh, is fraud, oh. A human being left his work and is standing by to stop people from going. It is not that person that is working. There's a spirit that possessed that person and is manipulating that person to fight against you. So you must go to the realm of the spirit, beckon on God to fight off the spirits. Don't be naive and think that everything, no, all these things are being superstitious. Is this superstitious? No, now. This is not scientifically proven. You will become a victim. That is why you don't. Oh, I see people do some useless skits. They're playing with. They say, yeah, spirit. Go to a native doctor's shrine and go and scatter it without having another backing. If you think it's a joke, no, go and say a masquerade and go. No, now you have the intention that these things are operating by certain spirits. So what is the third reason why we involve God in our culture is because spirits are involved in this civilization. These spirits are ancient, older than your great-grandfather. So you can't fight with them with intelligence. You can't fight with them with physics and mathematics. You can't fight with them with have you not gone to the hospital and they will tell you this cause of illness, we don't know what it's called. It's called idiopathic medicine. We don't know the cause of it. We don't know. Something is doing me. They've checked you. Everything about your body is okay. But you're feeling pains. We can't see anything. Oga, spirits are involved. Whether you agree to it or not does not change anything. And everybody is reflecting the dimensions and the desires of the spirit that's moving him. So that's why we must involve God. Don't run your business and think anything can just happen. Don't start any month without committing your business in God. Don't start any month without dislodging negative influences. Don't go and run presentation without praying and asking God to take charge. That is not the culture that we have. Spirits are involved in this civilization. That's our number one culture. We depend on God. Because we know that He's faithful and dependable. Don't depend on your teammates. And I'm saying this thing clearly. As loyal as your teammates are, don't put your trust on them. Don't put your trust on your leaders. They are men. They can change. Put your trust in Oluwa, the one that doesn't change, the all-dependent one. It is not your leader that blesses in this business. Any leader that says, I'm the one that blesses you, is lying to you. Because promotion does not come from a leader. It does not come from the north, from the south, from the east, or the west. It comes from God. God is the one that blesses you. God is the one that sees you. God is the one you should depend on. Trust in God. Very key. Because your best friend can disappoint you in a jiffy. Those your leaders are saying, oh, these are my leaders. They can wake up one morning and turn their backs on you. So if your hope is on them, your heart will be broken. Trust and depend on God. That's the number one cardinal culture. Time will fail me to talk more on this first culture. But let me move on. The second culture that we have is selflessness. The tribe that we are building is a culture of selflessness. It's not about me, it's about you. Selflessness and sacrificial living is our culture. That is why if you're running this and you're selfish, you don't care about your downlines, you don't care about your teammates. No, we're selfless. And that's why when you see leaders, every leader in this dispensation is always giving up. Show me a leader that is not sacrificing, supporting. If you're a leader, you're not sacrificing for your team, you are not representing our tribe. You must sacrifice your time. You must sacrifice your energy. You must sacrifice your money. That is what this business is all about. I'm not saying create an entitlement mentality with money, because there's a way you can give money. You now create an entitlement mentality. But there's something every leader sacrifices. You open an office, he sacrifices. That is the nature, that is our culture. Sacrifice and selflessness. That is the culture that we're trying to build. So if you're building a team and you see somebody that does not sacrifice, is not selfless, call that person to order, please. This tribe is known for selfish, just like a Yoruba man that sees a Yoruba boy that is not genuflecting for his elders. You call him to order, say, no, we are Yorubas. I'm not saying other tribes do not respect their elders. But as an Igbo boy, if I see an elder, I don't genuflect. But the Yoruba person, you will genuflect. You teach them, Oga, in our tribe, we're sacrificial and we're selfless. This thing you're doing is not part of our tribe. It's not our culture. You need to be more sacrificial for your downlines. You need to be selfless. You need to put yourself before other people. You're presenting, and because this team is not your team, you are not bringing. No, don't, because this person is on your power leg. You're not taking care of the person. That is not our culture. In our culture, we don't know power leg and paying leg. We treat everybody. We are selfless. We are sacrificial. If a leader is not, if you see somebody that is not sacrificial, you tell him to do something. It's not selfless. Tell him this is not our culture. No, this is not our culture. Our culture is sacrificial and selfless. The reason is because the spirit you are representing is sacrificial, is selfless. Say, for God so loved the world that he sacrificed his only begotten son. Okay? Most of us, if they tell you to take your son, your child, and sacrifice it to the world, you will not agree. I want you to understand. If they say this is your child that you love, have you not watched some movies? This is your duty. The child that, if they hold somebody ransom and they say this is your child, we have your child, they will do the wrong thing. They will not sacrifice that child. But the spirit that will represent sacrifice the child. They will tell you this is the wrong result, right result. You have the right result. Call the wrong result or we'll kill your child. Most people, before they finish talking, they start singing the wrong result. They start singing. Even they will sing and repeat. They say it's okay. They say call it what? I want to call it 7 times so that you'll be sure I heard it. But the spirit will represent sacrificed. It was not about him. He sacrificed his only begotten son. Sacrifice is the culture of the spirit that we're representing. So if you are running this business, you'll be sacrificed. I'm going to tell you this, and time may not allow me to go through the distance because of time. My time is fast spent. But let me shock you. Most of the people that are coming into your business, listen to me carefully. They come into your business and they are selfish. And you say, no, 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 no. What a selfish soul you are. God, why did He give me such a selfish soul? Let me shock you. Listen to me very carefully. Network marketing, the business we do, is a business that brings all kinds of people our way. And the reason all kinds of people are coming our way is that those people can shape us and transform us to imbibe the culture of the spirit that we represent. Let me say it again. Anybody that has 49,990, enters into your business. It is not coincidence. It's done like that. So when they enter, you will see somebody that will test your patience. You shake. That person is a gift from God. Because without that person, you will not know what it takes to be sacrificial and selfless. No, you won't know. You can never know. You can't pinch yourself and feel it. Somebody will. You can't beat yourself to cry. Somebody will beat you to cry. The people that come into our businesses, whether they're spectators or they're players, their role is to help us to embody the nature of the spirit they're representing. Is to enable us to imbibe the culture of the tribe. Have you not seen somebody that will come? You've done everything for this person. You spent your money for this person. You paid that person's accommodation. There's nothing you've not done for this person. And the person stabs you at the back. And your heart is broken. Hi! You hold your heart like this. Your heart is broken. And when you go through those things, that person was sent to you. If not for that person, you will not know what it means to be tolerant. You will not learn patience. You will not learn patience. You will not learn patience. You will not learn to be you will not learn to be selfless. You will not learn to be sacrificial. You will not learn empathy. But that person comes, that person finishes dealing with you. And you have to forgive. Because one of our cultures is forgiveness. You have to forgive. Oh! Your heart will break. But this is the same person I used my last card to pay for his child's dedication. I used my last card and paid for it. This is the same person that is saying this now against me. Your heart will break. But as your heart is breaking, you know our culture is to forgive. Our culture is to forgive. Our culture is not to have offense. You shake and you say, I forgive you. I'll not take offense. That is the culture that you're cultivating. But that person is a tool to help you. If not for that person, you don't have patience. I've learned patience and forgiveness. I've learned tolerance by running this business. That's what network marketing does for you. If I'm having my own business, if before you do it, I will sack you before you even start. But in this business, we'll tolerate. Let me rush through this because I want to finish this thing today. The second culture is we are resilient, we are hardworking, we are never giving up. Our tribe is resilient, hardworking, never giving up. We are warriors, we are indefatigable, we are unstoppable, we are relentless, we are tough and we are breakable. That's our culture. We know they break easily. Oh God, we know they break easily. We know they break easily. We know they even break. We're unstoppable. You can't stop us. You can't break us. It is our culture. We learn to be tough. Tough people don't last. Tough times don't last, but tough people last. We are tough. But how can you be tough if challenges don't come your way? You invited 20 people. I ran the presentation when I was starting. I invited 100 people in suit 5. I ran a presentation for 100 people. Nobody signed up. That was what led me to go and master how to run presentation effectively. Before, I don't talk to people. I don't like talking to people. we know they break easily. We don't quit. We're not. If you're standing here, you know, say things that would have made you quit don't come, but we know they. We are people. We know we are warriors. We know they quit easily. That's our culture. We don't back out. We don't back. No, 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 no. We are warriors. We are indefatigable. We are unbreakable. We are fighters. We are resilient. We are hardworking. That is our culture. So there's nothing that happens, then we don't quit. Quitting, we are burnt the bridge, burnt the boat, kill the captain. There's no going back. We live here, we know they go anywhere. That is our culture. We don't give up. You run the meeting, nobody signs up. You're running the next meeting. You do something, somebody says, we know they break. We are fighters. We fight till we succeed. That is our culture. That is the culture of diamonds. No. If you think this same thing, if you're running with horse, if you're running with, if you're running with, if you're walking with men on foot and you're tired, what will happen when you're running with horsemen? If this one is, we are going, you see, the total vision of what we are going to. If I reveal it to you guys, that you say it's a lie. You don't know. You don't even know what we're going to. We are being built for that civilization. When it's ready, when the jungle mature, you will discover why you are hardened. You discover why you are unbreakable. You discover why the things that made other people to quit, it came to you, did not quit. You understand the reason why you are toughened. It is when we get to the end of this civilization, you know, okay, no wonder now. No wonder we're in a school where we are taught not to break. We're hardworking people. But guess what? How will you know that you're unbreakable? Except people come into your space to break you. How will you know that this is unbreakable? Except you smash it on the ground, it does not break. How will you know that your phone is water resistant? Except you put it in the water and it doesn't spoil. So the business brings people our way that will test us, push our resolve, and will come out unbreakable, unstoppable. What is our culture? Number 4. We are humble. We show great depth of humility. We don't oppress people, neither do we always show ourselves. We have nothing to do with pride. We are servants. What is our culture number 4? The first one is we depend on God. The second one is we are selfless and sacrificial. The third one is that we are hardworking, we are resilient, we are unstoppable. The fourth one is that we are humble, we are servant leaders. Any leader that is coming and everybody is carrying their back, everybody is bowing down, everybody is doubling for him, it is not our culture. Yes, show respect for your leaders. When your leaders come, stand up, show respect. But any leader that does not come, I go as I am. If I want to see anybody, 80% of the time I go to their office. I don't summon them to come to my office. Ask the J leaders. If I have a meeting, if I see a J leader 10 times, 8 times I go to their office. Not because they can't come to my office, but because we are servant leaders. We are servant. Most of the people I go to see, I go and sit down in your office and I talk to you because that is our culture. We are humble. The spirit will represent the civilization we are trying to build. It is humility. We are humble people. That's why most of the time when we had our event at Chida Hotel that those guys did what they needed to do, we didn't go back to them. We don't brag. We tell our success stories. The only reason we tell our success stories is because we want to inspire people. It's not necessary to brag. We just want to. If my story can inspire somebody, I might as well tell it. Not necessarily brag. We don't brag. I drive this. I have this. We are not braggadocious people. The culture is humility. We are servant leaders. We serve. That is the culture. That is the tribe that we are building. But how can you serve until people come? How can you know that you see, listen to me. You can never know if you are proud or not until people come and test you. Oh God. Until people come and test you. It's only in this business that your leader will be the age of your youngest daughter. But you have to, this business will make you humble. It will humble you to obey the leader. You're a professor and you have 7 degrees, and the person that is telling you to do something has not even finished secondary school. It is where humility is tested. That's where humility. You don't know whether you're humble. This one of the. You see, let me tell you, for those that don't know what network marketing does, network marketing is the tool that models you to become the ultimate version of yourself. The challenges that we face, the attacks, the criticism, the rejections, they are all building you up to model the tribe. Oh God. I wish somebody would hear what I'm saying. It's a gift from God. I won't tell you I would have been this humble if not for network marketing. Because the money here, you don't pluck it from the tree. You bend down to pick it. You must have bent down. Anybody that have made money in this business must have bent down to pick it. You didn't pluck it from the tree. You bend down. You serve. So one of the benefits of network marketing is that it teaches you to model a dispensation that is pure. Time is going. Let me run. We have integrity. That's the fifth culture. We have integrity. Our culture. We have integrity. We are honest. We have no schemes. We have no scams. We don't engage in anything fraudulent. We are straightforward. One of our cultures is honesty and integrity. There are several things I would have brought to the world. I know if I bring it, I will sell it. But one of the things, ask the leaders, they know. So a lot of people call me, come and sell this thing, come and do this thing, come and put this on, come and put this on. No! Integrity, honesty is the bedrock. Will this thing benefit the team? If it's no, I'm not interested. You don't pay money to our account. You pay money to... It's integrity. It's integrity. It's honesty. Anything fraudulent, we can never put our hand there. That is the culture that we are building. When I say people eating people's code, somebody signed up with an account, with 3 accounts, later the person 1 account, and you eat 2. It is not our culture. I don't know where you're doing this from. It is not our culture. If you're stealing, we may not see you, but you are going against the culture. If you're defrauding people, it is not our culture. Somebody says something, you carry the person, you go, don't eat people's payments. Please. Don't do things that are against the culture. But how will you know that you're honest? Is when temptations like this come. Our business is temptations to make you become the ultimate version of yourself. Somebody now come and say, I paid 500k into your account. No, first of all, we don't receive money to our account. We receive money centrally into the company's account. Or no account should even receive money personally into your account. Except with authorization of your GA leader for some specific purposes. Because they have the right to sell some of the packages. But generally, you receive money generally into the company's account. Apart from those that have the right to sell products. So you pay into their account and they give you the products. Apart from that, you pay something to the company's account. But somebody now tells you, oh, hey, you look at this person, he has money. He pays 1 million naira. Something tells you he does not know. If you register in 500k, he does not even know it's going to. Let him even make that 500k is 15 accounts. Let him even make money from 15 accounts. Let him even finish building 15 accounts. But he gave you 1 million, and you know he will not know. You take the 500k pockets and register in 500k. He will not know. But that is not our culture. You're wounding the tribe. You're wounding the business. The 6th culture is that they are loyal, very loyal, obedient, and submissive to authority. We are loyal people, we're obedient people, we're submissive. That's our culture. We are loyal. The J leaders don't submit to me because I'm smarter than them, I'm older than them, I'm stronger than them. It's our culture. We are loyal. we are loyal. If this person is my leader, I am obedient. That's the culture. We don't drag. We don't drag. And if you look at it very carefully, the obedience and loyalty is also the culture of the spirit that we intend to exhibit and resonate. Do you know that I'm older than you? You see, when people come and tell you, don't do you know that you have one? Oh God, I've seen things though. One of our children that will travel to the Philippines, one guy that was still coming up, the GA leader brought out money. He was not qualified though, but the GA leader says the way this person is coming, and what this person has, I think he's a medical doctor. I think he's a doctor. I think he's a doctor by PhD. Read doctorate degree, read the master, had a doctorate degree. You see the way this guy is going, the way this guy is doing this business, he's like, I want him to come. So he didn't qualify for that trip. The GA leader brought out his money, brought out his gift check, and sponsored him. And he came to that trip. So he's a PhD holder, he's a doctor. And he's not a small, he's not a young man. He's not very young. He's not a teenager. Maybe he's in his 30s or so. Maybe. He's an adult. And when he came, he was humble, he was obedient. They would tell him to do this, he would do. Then when he came into that trip, somebody one of the spirits, one of another tribe. And that's why I'm going to say this. When we say, if you're of one tribe, don't associate with yourself with people that have conflicting cultures. Because this person came in with from another tribe, because it's reflecting a spirit. In our tribe, we believe in obedience, loyalty. There's another tribe that does not believe in obedience. So that tribe, not a representative of that tribe, went and cornered him, brought him a bottle of wine, brought him into his room, sat him down, gave him a bottle of wine, and said, I've looked at you carefully. You seem very educated. You're a doctor? Yeah, they called you doctor. You're a doctor. You're a doctor? You have your master's degree. You have a doctorate in this. Your wife is also a doctor. I can't remember, but highly learned. You're also learned. You're not a teenager. Why are you listening to those small boys? Why are you listening to them? They tell you something to do. You cannot use your sense to do it. Why are they brainwashing you? This was somebody that did not qualify for the trip. This was somebody that the GAD that brought out money and sponsored for the trip. Another alien civilization that doesn't believe in submissiveness, authority, obedience, and loyalty began to tamper with this guy's mind. He told him, no, you can do better now. Why are you listening to them now? After all, began to sow seed of discord. This man that was doing well, that was a rising star, after listening to whispers from an alien civilization, whispers from another tribe, he now came, just like, before you know it, when they came down from the trip, he told his leader, I want to have my own office. I want to run my own presentation. Gone with the wind. Prospect that would have been a gone. Because he listened to an Asian civil. Why? How do you know that? How are you listening to that small boy? Those guys, don't you know you're a doctor? Why is there everything they tell you that you do? Use your sense now. You matter. You reason now. You think. It's not everything. Don't let anybody brainwash you. Listen, our tribe were obedient, were submissive, were loyal. Jesus Christ was equal with God. But he did not take it robbery. He did not take it to be. He left. Even as equal with God, he became obedient and became a slave and died the death of a common criminal. That is obedience. That is submissiveness. That is loyalty. It's not, he didn't use his sense, he didn't use his will. He said, he said, I know with you all things are possible. Let this cup pass me over, but not my will. It's not what I feel, but your will be done. He didn't understand what was happening. He sensed it. He said, my God, why has that forsaken me? He didn't understand, but he was obedient. It was not the cross that was holding him. He was the one that was holding the cross, because he would have come down from that cross. He was obedient. That is the tribe. That is the culture. But how will you know whether you are loyal? Is when downlines deal with you. When your leader does something. I think I know better than this one. It is the test of loyalty. I'm going to do a robust training, so that it's both ways. Leaders are you're not supposed to say, oh, because I'm the leader, you bully anybody. No, that's why I talked about humility before I talked about loyalty. As a leader, you're a servant. Have you ever seen a servant bullying the people he's serving? Have you ever seen a servant? You're a servant leader. Have you ever seen a servant bullying the person, taking advantage of the person? No, as a leader, you come humility and you serve. That's the culture. As a teammate, you are submissive, you're obedient, and you're loyal. That is the tribe that we're building. But guess what? People will come to try you, to know whether, you see, all the challenges we are facing is nothing but sharpening, just like diamonds. When you say diamond, it goes through intense pressure. Those pressure is what makes him come out as a diamond. It's when diamond is carbon that have undergone pressure. So that pressure must come. Most of the time, when the pressure is highest, you are at the edge of your breakthrough. But when the enemy sees at the edge of your breakthrough, he will mount up the pressure. That pressure is coming for you to define your diamond tribe. For you to say, yes, I'm loyal. Yes, it doesn't make sense to me, but I'll be submissive. Yes, this person is younger than my last daughter. But if you say this person is my leader, you say, I will obey him. I'll be submissive. Anything telling that I've been brainwashed, that is from an alien civilization. Our civilization is to be loyal, submissive, and obedient. Oh, my time is gone. My time is gone, and I'm not finished. But let me talk about the last. The seventh one is they are committed to personal development, never tired of learning, knowing, always pushing themselves to becoming the ultimate version of themselves. The seventh culture is they are always learning, mentorship, training. It's not just making money. Something that say, no, let me just make money. Summit, every time summit. No, you come to summit meeting, you learn, you relearn, you unlearn. Our culture is to learn. Never come to the point where you say, I know it all. You're learning. Any master class, you don't miss it. Any training, you don't miss it. Even if they are repeating what you know before, until you can show you don't know. Whatever you cannot show, you don't know. So until you begin to show it, don't say you know it all. So we are a tribe of people that are addicted to learning, personal development, be willing to be trained, personal development, learning, continuous learning. We're never tired of training. We're never tired of learning. We're never tired of masterclass. We're never tired of events. We always learn. We can never be satisfied, because the day you think you know, that is pride. But the more you know that you don't know. And the eighth culture, which is the last culture I'm going to talk here, is the culture of love. We don't hold offense. They are proponents of love. They don't hold offense or bitterness. They forgive. They don't fight. They rather pursue peace. Let me say it again. They are proponents of love. They don't hold offense or bitterness. They forgive. They don't fight. They rather pursue peace. Listen to me. I started by saying in my first episode, network marketing is a training ground for you to become the ultimate version of yourself. The ultimate version of yourself is somebody that has imbibed these eight cultures I've talked about. That's the ultimate version. When you get to this point, you become undefeatable. It's impossible for you not to succeed in this business if you develop yourself to this level, if you cultivate these cultures. We don't take offense. Both uplines don't take offense with downlines. Downlines if you're here, you're offended with your downline, please forgive the person. If you're offended with your upline, please forgive the person. Offense is both ways, both up and down. Don't take offense with downline. Don't take offense with upline. Offense is both ways. We don't take offenses. Some people have hurt me in this business, broken my heart, tore my heart into shreds. Ha! But this person that I practically laid down my life for. But when you look back and say, no, the culture we build is out of love, you forgive. Ha! They broke you hold your heart like this. Ah! You want to scream. But say, no, I forgive you. People have hurt me seriously in this business. People that I've fed, I've gone behind my back to castigate this business. But you forgive them. You let them go. You don't take offense, because offense wounds the person that is taking it. It doesn't matter whether you're right or wrong. The person that is holding offense wounds you. So you may be right, but don't take offense. And I beg you, please don't be offended with our government. That's why you can hardly see me open my mouth and talk against government here. It's not our culture. We don't take offense. We pray for them to be better. We don't criticize we don't. It's not our culture here. We pray for them to be better. We are not activists. We no go agree. That is not our culture. We are peace lovers. But let me shock you. Just so you think that the people that pursue peace are the weakest people, you're making the greatest mistake of your life. You see, the people that pursue peace, the people that forgive, the people that don't take offense, the people that are meek, that the most powerful people on the planet. Time will fail me to explain what I just told you. You see those people that you think they are weak because they forgive. I know this one now. If I do, he will forgive. You're dealing with the most dangerously powerful men on the planet. Because what fights for them is beyond mortals. They said Moses was the meekest man. Do you know what it means to be meek? Like a lamb. It was the meekest man on the face of the earth. Go and find out people that fought him. What happened to them? The ground opened and swallowed them. In fact, he's the one pleading to God. God, please. He's the one defending his enemies. Because that you're loving, that you're patient, that you're kind, that you're humble, doesn't make you a weak person. Let them try you. That's when they know that you're dangerously volatile. Because you see, the lamb that was slain is a lion. No? So don't let people think, oh, they will take advantage of me. There are some of us that things that fight our battles, we don't know them. I'm telling you now. Don't say if people will now ride over me. No. The angels that will fight for you. There are people that have fought us. That today, we don't even know they fought us. But they have been denigrated. We didn't even know. If we knew, we would have even prayed for them. But if you imbibe this culture, you become dangerous. Anybody that fights you is fighting against the things that will fight him. Even if you know, you'll be pleading. It's not weakness. It's not meekness. It's strength. Forgive. Somebody hurts you, you forgive the person. Let the person continue. You're forgiving the person. What will follow that person? Even if they tell you, you say, no, it's too much. Can't check the life of Moses. When Korah, that might be a rebelled against him, he was even telling God, hold on. God was in a hurry to wipe them out. Most of us, because they fought us, their livelihood we didn't even know. We didn't even know because we focus, we forgive, but we are the most dangerous setup. Because the thing that is fighting is not physical. You woke up one morning, you're battling with things you don't even know where it's from. It's because when you fight somebody that has forgiven, the vengeance goes to God. Angels are deployed. Just let me tell you something. When a tribe is being bettered, one of the challenges of a tribe is the extinction of a tribe. Time will fail me to talk about the extinction of a tribe. So every tribe must learn to fight to defend its existential reality. So these are the cultures. But these cultures are not cultures it's cultures that you grow over time. You build over time. You beat 8 cultures are the things that you cultivate over time. But guess what? Guess what? The business, you can't become all of this if not for the business. Most of you, you're praying to God for a leader. God, send a diamond my way. Send an ambassador Nefo my way. Send Ambassador Sam Wenke my way. Send an ambassador Dr. Elijah my way. That is the prayer. But the answer to that prayer is when God sends a very, very selfish person or someone that offends you. Before you handle someone like Ambassador Nefo, you must come to a point where you have grown in stature. And the only way you can grow in stature is to come to a point where you exude love, exude humility, exude tolerance, selflessness. But for you to gain that experience, you need people that will come and break your heart and you forget. You need downlines. So those downlines are chasing away your treating anyhow. That the people that should have helped you to grow in rank and stature, to come to a point where you become undefeatable. But when those people come, you dismiss them. This one, how many? This one, yeah. You just pay 70k. We cannot rest for you now. This is the 70k that we cannot rest again. You've called me 4 times on top 70k. Should I die for you? No, that person was brought to you so that you can be tolerant, patient, and work with that person. He will ask you a question 10 times. That 10 times is asking you a question is building your patience level, your humility level, to bring it to a point where you will mature so that the likes of Ambassador Dr. Victor will come to you, that Dr. Mba will come to you. But if you don't deal with those people, you remain stunted growth. Time has failed me to continue. But network marketing is the only business that makes you confront your inadequacies. You confront it, you will see it. It confronts your inadequacies. You will see your flaws. It's a mirror. If you run this business for a while, it's like a mirror. There's some places when I was working in a bank. I was in the bank. I didn't see my inadequacies. I never saw my inadequacies. You can work with the government. You cannot see your inadequacies. You will never see it. Network marketing is the first business that I come to. You began to say, you cannot lead people. You have people's problem. You have this. You begin to see your inadequacies. It brings your inner. And you know why people run away from network marketing? It's because they can't deal with their inadequacies. They rather run away than change. And you cannot rise in this business until you're willing to change. All those people are coming, they're agents of change. That's why some people quit. No. They quit. What they are quitting from is what they will go and find somewhere else. Because the problem is not the business, the problem is your inadequacy. Your inability to come to the full version of yourself. That is the problem. Our business is not just a ploy to make money. It's a ploy, is a process, is a ploy to become a tribe and sustain a tribe. It's a ploy to become the ultimate version of yourself. It's a ploy to deal with your laziness. Some of us, this business shows you that you're lazy. This business shows you that you're indisciplined. It brings it to your face. You can see it clearly. It's like a mirror. It shows you that you're proud. It shows you that you're selfless. It shows you cannot forgive. You have offense. When it brings all these things to you, it's not just making money. You're supposed to be working on these things. That's when you become an example of the tribe. Time has failed me to continue this training. Because it's already 1:30. It's about 2 hours. Time has failed to continue this training. That means I'll be on episode 3. Where I teach you how to go and find your tribe. Time is up. But if there's anything you gain from this meeting, if there's anything you gain from this training, understand the business that you do. Understand that all these challenges come to bring out the ultimate version of us. Without exam, how will you be promoted? If I did not write JAMB, how will I enter the university? If you're running away from JAMB, you're running away from the university. If you don't write your WAEC, how will you enter the university? If you don't write WAEC, if you are avoiding WAEC, you are avoiding the university. The challenges that come to us are not to make us quit. That there are tools we are supposed to use to embellish ourselves and become greater and ultimate version of ourselves. When you become that ultimate version of yourself, you become like a monarch. You become even people look at you, they say, where is this? Who is this person? Where are you coming from? It's not because you read in Harvard. It's because you have worked on yourself. You have worked on yourself. You have worked on yourself until the point where, wow, you prospect 7 people. None of them signed up. It's not for you to quit. You say, oh, that means I lack the skills of prospecting. Oh, okay. Okay. I cannot even, I lack sales skills. Oh. What's going on here? What's going on here? You not take time and begin to learn the skill of selling. You grow a team, collapse. You grow 5 different teams. All of them are collapsed. It's not for you to say, this business is not for me. No, you have to say, what is it in me that I cannot raise a team and keep a team? Oh, that means I don't have that power of influence. What is it in me? You confront yourself and begin to work on yourself so that when I go the next step, it will not collapse. It's not for you to quit. No, it's for you to develop yourself. It's for you to become the ultimate version of yourself using those tools as processes. Somebody confronts you on the business, asks a question you cannot answer. It's not for you to say, no. It's for you to say, I cannot answer this question. You go back to the drawing board and understand the business. So when you communicate your business again, you come sharper. I spoke to you before, you did not agree. Okay, no problem. I argue with no problem. I'll go back, sharpen myself, become a better. When I talk about the business, that person won't even have any questions. There are times you finish doing all kinds of questions. A time came when I finished doing training. If I ask is that question, nobody will ask question because you have communicated it effectively. This business is deployed to develop you. It's a personal development. Run away from it, you're running from your personal development. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to bet a tribe. We're about to bet the diamond tribe. I've told you about the language of the tribe. I've told you about the identity of the tribe. I've told you about the culture of the tribe. And I told you preserving the integrity of the tribe is more important than any money you're making. I don't care any money you're making. If you're not building, if I look at my team and I don't see people building, people trying to become something, I may be raising spectators, I'm not raising players. Time has failed me to go to the last part, which is how do I actually find my tribe? And I can't continue because it's over 2 hours. That means we'll continue episode 3. I wanted to finish this episode today, but we couldn't. We'll continue episode 3. Where I don't want to rush it. I'll break it down so that when the time you leave here, some of us are saying, when you look at I don't have any tribe here. I don't have any tribe here. I don't have any tribe here. How do I go and find my tribe? How do I build a tribe? How do I run this? So 2 years from now, I can say, yes, these are the tribe I'm building. That's when you find fulfillment. That is episode 3. Most probably it might be the final episode on this finding my tribe. I don't know. But it's going to be episode 3. But for now, while you're waiting for episode 3, go and ask yourself. I'm going to bring out this and post it. I'm going to maybe in the next 2, 3, 4 days, I'll bring out this. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to post it in the group. But go back and start asking yourself, what do I need to work on? What do I need to work on? How am I actually part of this tribe? Am I actually committed to this tribe? What are the things I need to work on? Who are the people I've chased away? You go back and you begin to work on yourself as you prepare for the 3rd episode. With this, I bring this meeting to an end. Ambassador, you can take it up and close the meeting.